All right, so welcome back, Dan Turry, the Basement Blender. Little project for tonight, being June 15th, about 8:45 at night. Have to do one before we call it a night. Two bottles I like. So Swiss Misters, which is a rye out of Wisconsin, um, finished in a chocolate bitters, and then Johnny Dram. So some people have described Johnny Dram as being like Swedish fish. So it's been a little bit since I had the Johnny Dram, so let me take a quick swig of that. The chocolate bitters, I love how it's got a nice hang that goes with it on that Swiss Misters. The finish is long. It is a very memorable whiskey, but again, it's not for everyone, and that's what this is about. Finding those things that are interesting and fun, but maybe not for everyone, and can we make it something that's maybe more approachable for others? So I do get that almost like people describe it as Swedish fish. I'm going to go with the cinnamon chewy bear, right? So I definitely get that candy, that sweetness, but for me, it's always been more of a cinnamon. So starting from that, and again, I'm not going to do a fresh pour of this. I already described kind of the profile I get off of it. I'm thinking we're going to do about 3/4 of Swiss Misters and then finish off with the Johnny Dram a little bit. So if you haven't watched another video, I pretty much just pour a little bit. I eyeball it a little. So let's see how we do. You can tell me if my numbers seem off. So we'll finish off, and again, I'm going for like a 75-25 mix here. That was a really good intentional ding. So now, the magic of the blending and shaking and stirring. I know. Let it set for a few days, but actually I did about an hour or two worth of reading on that tonight, so more info on that sometime. So definitely getting the Dancing Goat heavy off the nose. Initially, I'm thinking, based on that nose, I'm just getting the softest touch of the Johnny Dram. So I'm thinking I might actually need to change that up a little bit, but let's see how it goes on the palate. Nose is that heavy chocolate bitters barrel taste. Um, it's not quite tobacco, but almost kind of that sensation. Yeah, I'm gonna do a dash more of the Johnny Dram. I'm not getting as much of that cinnamon sweetness off of it as I'd like. Again, absolutely scientific here, as you figured out by now. Okay, that tiny little bit of a dash, I am getting the nose off the Johnny Dram now. The Dancing Goat Swiss Misters is still there. I don't get. I would describe sometimes the Swiss Misters is so strong it's almost overpowering. I don't get that. So I feel like that little extra dash probably bringing us closer to like a 60-40 split now. Um, I'd like to get a little more cinnamon off of it. I'm definitely getting the cinnamon at the finish. It starts introducing itself. I do get kind of a drying sensation as everything lifts off on the finish. Finish is still sticking with me. You might see it. I'm still smacking my lips a little bit, but finish is still there. This is something I drink more of. I think this is not like a summer pour for me. This is going to be more of like a football fall kind of pour. Something where it's just a little easier to just kind of taste thick. Is maybe the best way I can describe it. But regardless, it's all about having fun. You know, definitely, if you see me around and you want to try this, let me know, and I'll be happy to pour some off, and we can experiment and see how you like it.